G'day guys, Camo Wild Touring. So Tiff and the kids have flown back to Perth and I'm on my lonesome. 4,000 Ks to get home. I've got roughly 10 days. Obviously the sensible thing to do would be to break that drive up into 10 400 kilometre days. But instead of doing that, we're going to try catch some barramundi while we're up here. Ooh, I'm on. Fucking hell, I'm starting to understand why people get so excited when they catch a barra, because it's hard. I'm going to stay for about another week up the top end between here and Broome, I guess, along the top of the Kimberley and the Territory, or Territory. And then we'll do the final push home. I'm actually catching up with some friends tonight too, so I'll introduce you to them, Aaron, Renee and their 2 kids. Should be good. I am catching a barramundi while we're in the top end. That is my mission. And the first place I want to give a proper red hot crack has been recommended to me. It's on the Daly River, which we're just about to cross. This river is supposed to hold some good barra, and we've got a camp right on the banks of it, which I'm heading to now. Woohoo! Check it out. Such a good little spot. Used to be at some point a mango farm, so there's massive mango trees everywhere, coconut trees. Set up here. I've got Aaron and Renee set up next to me. We've just been out for a drive with the property owner Dick. He's taken us down to a billabong that's on the property. He's shown us where we can catch some cherubin. Aaron's got some cherubin traps. He's shown us what lures to work and given us a few hot tips to try catch a barramundi. So we're going to try that. We're going to do that on his billabong, I think. We might even hire a tinny off him. It's about 1.5 K long, so it's a big body of water. But we do have the Daly River just in front of us as well, which is supposed to be a pretty good chance. I'll show you the river now. The little tinny down there belongs to the property as well, and they did say that we can hire that. Otherwise, communal fire's been lit, so we'll probably chill around that. Yeah, cracking little spot. Tiff's not even here, and she's still outdone herself with planning another good stop. So, very happy here. See what Aaron wants to do. We might go check out that billabong. All right, so Aaron and I decided to come out and stick these cherubin pots in. Ethan's come for a run as well. Wearing a wicked Wild Touring t-shirt. Well done, mate.
All right now.
Yeah, just be careful of the edges because he said there is crocs in here. So Dick, the owner's got a couple of Opera House nets here already. Yeah, it's for the cherubin, eh? I don't know what bait he was using, but he said the dog food seems to be the go. Yeah, it is wobbly, isn't it?
Oh, fish.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's some little archer fish and stuff. We're going to hire one of these boats tomorrow, I think. What do you reckon? Mm-hmm. Sound good?
Yep,
Oh, popping on the water, that's a good sign.
When I was young, my daddy said, gotta keep one eye open in your bed, 'cause there's a time coming when the devil gonna come for you.
Good morning. We're up early, just Az and I, and we come back to the Billabong. And we're hoping the barramundi are up early too. So actually got to check those cherubin pots. I forgot about that. But yeah, we've got a handful of lures and a few different tactics, a couple of rods each, and we'll give it a red hot crack. I forgot about them. Hey! One big one. Oh, is that a marron or a cherubin? Cherubin, mate, a big. Yeah. Kind of hoping there might have been a mullet or something in there too, eh?
Handy.
Cool. Nice. So we tried to get the bigger tinny with the bigger outboard, but that's reserved for his mates up here. So we've got the little one with a little... Is it a 2 horsepower?
2.3.
We'll get that on the plane down here.
Yeah. She's definitely a unique piece of equipment.
Oh, yeah. The energy you've got to expend, you might as well row. Success! Well, nothing yet, but they're definitely out there. You can see them popping on the surface and stuff, eating bugs and whatnot. So we know they're out there. We're going to keep trying. We haven't given up yet, but we've just come back to camp to grab a coffee and some breakfast. Probably mix it up a little bit. Might try some live bait, see if that works better. Might swap out some lures for some different colours or sizes or styles. Looks like we're probably going to get a feed of cherubin. Not sure about a barra yet, but it's early days. I've got a couple of other rivers to fish if this one doesn't produce. But how's this campsite? I love this place. Massive mango trees, palms with coconuts all over them, coconut trees, power, water, communal fire pit, Daly River right here. It's bloody beautiful. There is actually a boat ramp up the river as well, so you can stick your boat in, motor out here and moor up on his pontoon. That would be a pretty good way to fish this stretch of river. Oh, some big fish, massive mullet down there. Can you see them on the shore? 3 there. Might be little barra or a big mullet, I don't know. We might throw a cast net down there.
Recently.
Yeah, I saw 3 fish, probably about 30 centimetres long, swimming along the banks, but I reckon they were big mullet. You gonna try down there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Geez, if I got a mullet like 30, 40 centimetres, I'd eat that.
Nothing wrong with mullet either.
Nah. Hey. Oh, you know where's probably a good spot to do this as? The boat ramp. Yeah. Even just standing on the boat ramp. Wonder if we should go for a drive.
Yeah, we should.
Snagged? No, I changed the location. It was a bit snaggy there and the banks were a little bit steep, so we're having a look on wiki camps and satellite maps, and we're sort of back towards the Daly River township kind of thing. This is the old Daly River crossing, which you can still use. The bigger one's a little bit further up. But as we were driving across, we could see crocs on the banks and stuff, so we'll be a bit careful. But yeah, fishing off this little overpass and throwing the net off the shallower sections here probably looks like more of a something we might have a bit more success in, so we're going to give that a go here. Catching lots of this little stuff. We've got a bucket full of mullet, garfish, a cherubin, so we'll give them a go as live bait out here.
I say you better run, boy. Run now, dog, gotta run on. Keep on running till the sun goes down. Run now, dog, better run on. Run all day till you can't be found. Run now, dog, gotta run on. Keep on running till the sun goes down. You can outrun the devil, but you ain't gonna outrun me.
You know what the other one is?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, down here.
Oh yeah, nice. See what's in this other pot.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, mate.
okay, I can't see.
A bit down there, a bit further along. A bit further along, mate.
Oh, I thought that was yours to the right there.
Nah.
Jeez, there's a few out here. How'd you go, Ethan? Nothing?
Chuck it back.
No good?
No.
Bugger. Oh yeah, it's a barra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Who's that?
Yeah, it's under in.
Barramundi!
He's in the boat.
Oh, lucky.
Only just.
Undersized, but it's a fish. Barramundi.
Cam's
good.
first barra.
It is my first barra. Actually, I've caught one little one in the Pentecost before, but it was small.
Oh, well, proves they are in here.
We're doing the right things. Let's get a bigger one, Az.
Yeah, let's get going now. Now we're excited.
Bye-bye.
Awesome, mate. Wicked. Well, I reckon we gave the Daly rivers a pretty red hot crack. We ended up fishing for about 8 hours in total. They just weren't on. We managed to get one undersize, and that was about it. To be honest, I was pretty happy just to get a barramundi on the boat. But I do want to get a size one. I want to eat one while I'm up here. So we're going to push on to the, well, I'm going to push on to the next spot. I'm saying goodbye to Aaron, Renee, and the kids, unfortunately. I'm going to make my way towards Kununurra. Next stop's going to be just out of Timber Creek at a place called Big Horse Campground. It's on the Victoria River, and I hear pretty good things about the barramundi fishing there too. I'm going to get a coffee into me, and then we're going to hit the road. We're leaving pretty early because I've got about 600 k's or so push to do today. Let's do it. Hey, I've just got to add, I probably didn't show you a lot around Perry's on the Daly, around this property. I was just sort of focused on trying to catch a fish, but there is a swimming pool here for kids. There was power and water. The host, Dick and Carol, are two of the most lovely people you'll ever meet. And there looks like there's a calf here on the wrong side of the fence, trying to get to his mum, poor bugger. Animals on the property, other than fish, there is also heaps and heaps of wallabies for the kids to see. Bird watching would be awesome if you're into that kind of thing. Yeah, it's a cool place. We even saw a pack of wild pigs. Oh, they're water buffalo. Is that that's wild water buffalo. Yeah, it's wild water buffalo. Mum's getting a bit stressed, so she's doing a little charge at me, trying to get me to bugger off so she can get a baby, so I'll leave him to it. But yeah, that's pretty cool. He did say there were water buffalo up here, and you could certainly see the where they've been drinking from the water hole and stuff. Sorry, I'm just super close to this gate post, so I'm just watching it. Yeah, saw a wild dingo out here. Yeah, a mob of pigs, which he's been trying to get rid of. Saw freshwater crocs in the river. Yeah, really cool place. Some of the nicest people I've ever met. I'm definitely coming back up here. He did say this was a really slow year for fishing, which is probably just to get me back, but I will come back and I'll give it another go. Anyway, big push today. We've got to drive through Katherine. I've got about 6 hours of driving to do. maybe a little bit more, and we'll get into the next campsite and have another crack. Let's try and get a size one. I want to eat one. "200 k's out of WA now, and we're starting to see big boab trees. So cool." There's a big one. I don't know. Now again, Tiff's booked this one online for me. She's a gem. I have heard that there's not many of the bays fit vans, and apparently people will just park here without booking it or paying, and maybe in your spot that you've booked, so let's hope not. I've got size 16, supposed to be one of the biggest ones. Let's have a look. Big Horse Campground, Timber Creek, beautiful spot. The campsite's really good. There's like it's not a hell of a lot there. There's a couple of fire pits, there's a dunny. Apparently I've just come down to the boat ramp and I'm having a bit of a flick while the sun's setting. Tried a few lures. I've got a livey on now. No such luck yet. Big salty on the other side of the river though. But apparently while I was here, someone else has just come down and said someone else was trying to back into my bay, which would have effectively blocked me in because I've moved the car from the van. So I wouldn't have even been able to hitch up my van to pull it out. So although you do book this online, cheeky people will rock up without a booking and try pinch your spot, which I had read on Wikicamps and I was worried about. Certainly didn't think it was going to happen after I'd moved into my bay. So that's been sorted without me having to do anything, which is the best case scenario. Anyway, so this would be Victoria River here. And then that's an inlet, which I've forgotten the name of. But my plan is to probably fish this tomorrow with the change of tide. 9 AM is high tide. So I'm going to fish it on the way up and the way down, probably in the river mouth here. I don't know much about Barra, but I don't know, I feel like that's probably a good thing to do. And that's pretty much me for the 2 days I'm here. Just really wanted to fish this river. I heard good things about the Victoria River. Heard it's been providing Barra, even for people with half an idea or no idea like me. So we're going to give that a red hot crack and then into Kununurra. And we're probably going to do something different in Kununurra. Do some full drive and do some exploring. Got to go over the border, I guess. And I've got a heap of fruit and vegetables and stuff to eat. Also got to burn off all that firewood. Because I don't want to, there's termites and bugs and stuff in that wood. I don't want to bring that into WA. So we might have a fire tomorrow night and I'll cook something on the fire. Yeah, it's bloody peaceful here. It's beautiful. I'm going to miss these Northern Territory sunsets. Cheers. Back down here this morning. So I fished till sunset last night, and I've come down here this morning for change of tide, for the high tide, change of tide, if that makes sense. I've got a livey out on the boat rod, and I'm just flicking a hard body minnow lure again, both in this sort of creek mouth and the larger river. Do have to be mindful about getting liveys with the cast net because we're right on the border of a national park. So I can only throw it in the river, sort of down this end a little bit, or off the very end of the boat ramp. I've got to be careful not to throw it into the creek here, or I could cop a fine. It's funny how like 1 metre difference is the difference between getting a fine and not, but it's all good. Very quiet, to be honest with you. Other than a big camera shy salty that's cruised up a couple of times. Locals have told me that this boat ramp is actually his hangout in the afternoons normally. Oh, I'm on. I'm on. I am onto something. This is the first interest. Oh, you fucking idiot. I've dropped it because I'm farting around with cameras. I'm not going to make that mistake again. If the camera's not on, I'm going to fish, and then I'll show you it on camera afterwards, because that was me not setting the hook because I was farting around putting the camera down. If that's the fish of the day, I'll be pissed off. You know, I'm starting to understand why people get so excited when they catch a barra, because it's hard. Keep persisting. I'm only going to turn the camera on when I've caught something. I'm not doing that again. Not much luck, so lamb for dinner it is. Not for lack of trying though. Put a lot of effort in today. Fished last night till sunset. Fished change of tide this morning and this afternoon, all up probably 10 hours. Lures, liveys, everything. All I caught was 1 catfish and an eel. The eel wasn't on camera because it jumped off as I was pulling it in. Never caught an eel before. It was a bit of a weird experience. Anyway, at least I'm cooking on the fire tonight. So I'm going to sit out there by the fire, have a few beers. I've got 1 more river to fish in Kununurra, and then I'm retiring. I'm going to hang up the fishing rods and give up freshwater fishing because it's too bloody hard. Let's get this fire lit. Easy buggers, aren't they? Slippery. That could have been perfect. What time's your bedtime?
Never.
Really?